Alright, welcome back to another Sims information video, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of things, starting off with the EA actually rolling out and officially replacing Origin for all Mac players. We're also going to get into the fact that another pack has been coming free, and that is a kit coming called Bloom's Room. Now again, we are going to speculate again with Lindsay Pearson and Andrew Wilson, a CEO of EA, because there was some leaks that actually came out from Project Rene, and we are also going to dive into the fact that The Sims 4 is now, partnering up with Dark and Lovely and Ebonics, a very known CC creator that many people do love, but a lot of people are having backlash at this because again, some people did feel that this was a sympathy attempt at, again, the lack of, representation when it came down to February and all the announcements. Now, with that all being said, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Simian and my name is Yen. I play The Sims. Did you see what I did there? I do a lot of sim and information videos and pack and CC reviews, in which that will be another video coming on Monday, so stay tuned for that. Now, we are going to dive deep into the very first topic, and we do know that EA and the EA app and The Sims Direct has not said much ever since the Switch has actually begun rolling out, and we do know the EA app has its own set of histories, and if you can watch back my latest video before this one where I talked more in depth about the history of EA app and why many simmers are very hesitant on downloading this. Now again, if you are having trouble with the EA app, please leave it down below in the comments, but we are going to officially talk about the fact that the EA has officially rolled out and it's coming soon. They did say for existing Origin players, we've worked hard to make this transition and EA app happen, and the one I want to focus more on is the fact that they said in the incoming weeks, EA app players on both Mac and PC will receive the Sims 4 Blooming Booms kit. Delight your Sims in a lush, soothing atmosphere of growth all around and unexpected leafy details. Now again, a lot of people have their own set of, controversy when it comes down to this, because The Sims, it has been known as of lately just to be announcing free packs back to back, and many simmers are growing frustrated with the fact that why are we paying for these packs if they're just going to be going free later on. Again, we are also going to dive deep into the fact that a lot of people do feel that the Bloomings kit could have been, alongside with the Green Havens kit. Again, we're going to get into that in just a little bit, but if you look closely, you can see all these plants and everything, and then you look at the Green Havens kit and it looks like it's supposed to be one in one. You would think it's the same damn kit, but again, we are going to get into a couple of simmers tweets that has something to say about this, and let me know down below in the comments how you guys feel about this as well. Alright, so we are going to start off with a simmer stating, why do they keep making things free when we've already paid for them? And I completely agree. Again, I'm going to get into my thoughts and opinions in just a second. Another simmer said it's kind of unfair to players who already bought it though. Another simmer ended up saying, it's wild that some of y'all think you should be refunded for a kit you bought like 2 years ago. Last week, yesterday, I get, but y'all pressed about something you bought several months, years ago. Someone else even said, I'm happy for those who get to pick it up for free. Free is good. I do wish they'd make a pack free that I didn't pay for though. Someone even said, I'm surprised they picked this one to be free and not Bust Up Dust. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, kits actually came out, a while ago, and Bust Up Dust was one of the very first kits that was actually announced, along with the Throwback Fit kit and the Countryside kit. Again, there were three kits that were announced because, again, this was just a new category within The Sims, and a lot of people did wonder what was going to be coming out of this, so they did release a Create a Sim, a build, and then, of course, something with a little bit of gameplay. But Bust the Dust, which was one of the very first ones, or even the fact that all three of these were very, very new, still have yet to be released and have come out stating that they are going to be free. You would think the very first kits would have been free, right? Like Bust the Dust, okay, that's free. Okay, there's Countryside Kitchen, now that is going to be free. Just the ones that have been out the longest. But again, The Sims is doing something a little bit weird, and as usual, they are doing things that were previously made not that long ago. So again, it's very interesting the way they're going about this, and I wonder what their tactic is behind this. And if you guys have any opinions, please leave it down below in the comments, because I would love to know your opinions, because I'm just like really I'm conflicted. And then also, like, if you want to get into my thoughts and opinions on them making packs free, I don't think it's wrong, because I do think it's cool that people who haven't been able to get the pack will be able to get it. And honestly, with $1,000 of US anyway, US dollars of, the packs keep adding up and up and up and up. It just does seem like, it is cool for some people to get free packs. Now, for me, on the other hand, I am, a content creator, and I do make Sims content, so I do get the packs as soon as they are released to be able to explain it to you guys. But I also do feel like it's kind of, it does make me a little annoyed because I'm just like, why do you guys keep doing this? Like, why not come out with just free packs? You know, like come out with a pack that you know that is just like you're able to just make it free. Now, again, back to what I was stating, I do want to mention that the simscommunity.info actually, left an article stating that how exactly you have to switch from Origin to the EA app very carefully, and I'll link that down below for any of my Mac players. Now, with that all being said, we are going to move into the very next topic, and that is just basically overall talking about Project Rene. And again, we have a couple of new leaks. Now, again, The Sims has not stated anything yet or has said anything about Project Rene, and neither has The Sims Direct. Again, they have been very silent as of lately, but we do know a couple of months ago, Lindsay Pearson actually announced Project Rene, and of course, we got some like scoops behind the Sims Summit, and we got a first look at Project Rene and what is expected. Now, again, if you take a look at these are two specific videos that have been leaked, and again, these aren't new. These actually happened a while back, but you can see the open world vibe that it does seem like The Sims is trying to go to. Well, thanks to the simscommunity.info, in which I will link down below in the description box, we actually have more insight and more intel on exactly what these images actually look like in pictures. And if you look very closely, we can actually dive deep into some of the way The Sims is looking. It does look like they're going for that Pixar look. I don't know, is it just me? It looks like the Pixar. Like, I promise y'all, it looks like I am watching a film, but then when you look at this, it looks something totally different. But again, they did say it was going to be cross-pack compatibility, so there's plenty of room to be like, okay, maybe this one is on the phone, this one is on console, etc. So I don't know, it's very hard to tell. But again, we do know that EA Andrew Wilson talked about AI, and we are wondering, will AI be a part of this entire Project Rene? And this is the reason why, like, if you say something like, hey, I want blah 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 blah, kind of like Siri on an Apple iPhone, will this happen? And again, Andrew Wilson did say that he is very very on board with AI. And again, the Sim gurus have just been very silent, but one Sim guru in particular who backed out of the Sims project was Sim Guru Grant, and many people found that as a shock, but he did state that he was deciding to leave Maxis and EA. And although he did say there are so many cool things happening in games right now, and he did include AI, new social experiences, and UGC, he did say, I think there is so much we can still do with simulation. And again, this has me wondering, was Project Rene not enough as far as what's going to be happening with AI and with Project Rene, and what does that have to do altogether? I feel like there's something that just has not been said and has not been leaked, that we just don't know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. But there is something there that I promise y'all we are just not getting that information, and it's kind of like the missing puzzle of the piece to why everything is happening the way it is. Andrew Wilson talking about the EA app, and the AI, Sim Guru Grant leaving. It just looks all a little bit too coincidental, but again, that could just be a personal opinion. And we're gonna dive deep into the very next topic, and that is The Sims partnering up with Dark and Lovely and Ebonics for Play in Color, a docu-series that shines a spotlight on the importance of self-expression and representation in gaming. Now, we do know The Sims had a history of terrible, horrible representation when it came down to skin tones, diversity, hairstyles, and overall just impact on worlds. Now, they are focusing on Dark and Lovely, and a lot of people do feel like this could be some sort of, just cover up of the fact that they lacked during Black History Month. But again, I would love to know your thoughts. Now, again, they did mention that they were going to be, partnering up with Ebonics, who is a very known CC and mod creator. I mean, very, very talented. She is the reason why we even have a lot of the skin tones that we do have today when it comes down to your Sims and installing them for your game. So she's the reason why we even have this now in base game as well, when everybody was fighting back in 2020 for more representation and rights. And although many people are very excited about this collaboration, there have been other people who have been very hesitant, and a lot of simmers are like, this does look a little fishy, because again, why are you just now doing this? Why didn't you do this last month? And again, I do completely agree. It does seem a little, but again, it does seem like, again, this was probably curated, and this took a little bit longer to actually get through and make sure everything was good to go. Again, the editing process, the only thing we did get back in February when it came down to a collaboration was Winnie Harlow, who is, has vitiligo, and now we do not have vitiligo in the game, which also represents more representation inside of skin details in Create a Sim. So again, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments about how you guys feel about all of this. And do you feel like it's just a cover up? I do personally feel like this was supposed to actually come out in February, but I do feel like maybe the editing or the way they had to do some shots, or just make sure that all the contracts are signed off, which is why they held off so long. That's a personal opinion. I could be completely wrong, but again, I would love to know your thoughts. Again, we are on the road to 30K, guys. guys. I really want to know how you guys feel about everything, and I'm very, very excited and grateful that each and every one of you have been so supportive in these last couple of months. You know, just because of like my lack of consistency, I am really, really trying to get consistent as much as possible, and I have an exciting gameplay coming up for you guys on Monday, so stay tuned for that. Again, the streams should be coming back next week. I'm also excited about that. And with that all being said, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up because it truly does help on my channel. And again, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.